Hey, hello, leaders. This is Paul Grau Jr., and welcome back to Run to Your Leadership Challenges. Hey, today I want to talk about different perspectives because when it comes right down to it, we all have different perspectives on things because nobody has lived your life. Nobody's walked in your shoes. You may have a twin, and yet they still have not walked in your shoes. You may have a sibling, a spouse, a friend that's done a lot like you, but they have never seen things from your eyes. They've never thought about things with your mind. Therefore, every one of us have different perspectives. And this is very important for leadership because as leaders, we need to take all those different perspectives into account. We need to figure out what people are thinking. We need to figure out what motivates them, what doesn't motivate them, what makes them happy, what makes them sad. You know, this is Hallmark Christmas season, right? The Christmas movies are all on TV. And yeah, I like Hallmark movies. I got to admit, I like just hanging out and, just watching them. And they're corny, they all have the same kind of general theme. You got the good guy, good guy or gal, bad guy or gal. One falls in love with one, something happens, and then they end up getting together at the end, right? But one thing that really stood out to me as I was watching one the other day is how one thing might look beautiful to them at one part in the movie, and then they realize things and it doesn't look beautiful at another time as they progress. And that's the same with us. As a leader, you might think an idea is a great idea. You might think it's the best idea ever. And then you present it to a few other people, and they'll find all those flaws in that idea, or they'll start picking it apart. And then our feelings might get hurt. If you're a C on the disc, if you have a C personality or a C behavioral style, man, that's your biggest fear is people criticizing you or people just not accepting your ideas because as a C, you love doing the research. You've done all the research. You have put it together a product that you know is better than any other option out there. And you present that to your team and when they deny that or don't accept that, man, that's gonna ruffle your feathers a bit. That's gonna really just make you sad. But the other is true too. If you're an I, if you have an I behavioral style, you might think that you don't need to make plans at all. And yet, when you present something to a C per se, that's your opposite. They want to make sure you got all the details laid out before you start something. And as an I, you're like, no, let's just go. We'll figure it out as we go. We don't need all these details. These are all different perspectives in a way. And the other thing I was talking about the Hallmark movies, people in those movies, a general theme is they always realize that they're missing something in life. They always realize that. And thinking about that from a leadership standpoint is we all have aspirations. We do, everybody on our team does, and those aspirations are always a little bit different. Different perspectives come into play again, different values, different beliefs. But the cool thing about these Hallmark movies that made me think about this is these people, if they live in the city and then they go to the country for a week, all of a sudden they realize how much they miss living in the country, how much they miss the small town feel and atmosphere, and how much they miss the relationships they had and the simple pleasures and just sitting back and relaxing for a while. That's one thing that Hallmark movies remind me of is just, man, we have to take those breaks. We have to relax at times. But how about you in your life? You know, have has success and have your experiences in life and has your career taken you away from the things that you've really loved? Are your perspectives different now? Or did your career force you to change your perspective? And maybe you're thinking that you really like something, but deep down you're like, man, when it all comes down to it, I miss doing that or living here or being there. Well, our people might be feeling that same way too. And this is all good starter discussions for a Monday, for a Friday, for any day, midweek discussion. If you're just, having a meeting, talk about these. Be vulnerable to your people. Tell them your perspectives and ask them for theirs. Be a safe place for them. Maybe sometimes we just need to stop and understand and really enjoy the simple pleasures of life. So, whatever you're missing, if you're missing something, what's stopping you from going back there? Sometimes we just need to go all the way back to our roots and reminisce a little bit. Sometimes we need to move back to there or become that person that we used to be. That might be you today. That might be your people there today. How can you help them do that? How can you help them see that? Hey, it's it for today. Hope you enjoyed this. I know we went a lot of different directions today, but I just kind of went with wherever I was thinking and hope you enjoyed it. Hope you keep up. Come on back tomorrow because I think we're going to talk about we are what we do. And I mentioned this a little bit on the beginning of the week, but we're going to go into a little bit more depth of that. Hey, hope to see you tomorrow. Until then, run to your challenges. We'll see you.